Hello, Active Sage here on the Sage channel, and I'm here today to show you guys a massive maze. This big old maze that I actually built probably in the last half of last year, but I never got around to finishing because the FPS has dropped to around 23. The reason for the FPS drop? Well, for one, it's a huge structure. For two, I believe the mod was built by Sectan, and that mod that I'm talking about is a wall block. Basically, all the walls in the farther half of this place, well, they're actually built with Sectan's awesome Alien Isolation inspired sort of hallway block. Unfortunately, LODs don't currently work for modded blocks, not to mention I'm pretty sure Sectan never actually built LODs for it, so no dice there, and FPS is about 23, which means it's yeah, not exactly ideal to finish this place. You'll also notice that a lot of these are still built out of these blocks. No, I wasn't going through and replacing Sectan's blocks. Believe it or not, I built the whole thing out of just your standard blocks and then went ahead and started replacing them with Sectan's little blocks to make it pretty awesome. You see, I did first passes here, but if you were to buzz over here with our 1,000,001 missing frames, you'll see that this is what it looks like when it's finished off. Sectan did a great job on these, and they're absolutely gorgeous once they're all put together. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it walking down these hallways. But like I said, FPS is a no-go. Also, not to mention the fact that the Space Ninjas doesn't have some mega awesome system like Unreal Engine, where basically if you can't see a block or an object, it doesn't render it. No, pretty sure it's still rendering this, because if we were to do Shift F11 a couple times, we'll get to our FPS monitor at the top left, and yeah, it's still at 20, which is pretty dang insufferable, honestly. Anyway, as for the maze itself and its design, the idea of this was you spawn in a world with no jetpacks, as in we press X and nothing happens. I was originally going to have oxygen, but I think I've decided that if I was to ever finish this, I might not even bother with oxygen. It does allow me to set up some traps, but the idea was you spawn here and you have to make it all the way to the far side of the area I actually already showed you at a glimpse. It's right here, this area right here, and you have to make it to well, basically this end, meaning you can make your way all through the whole maze, come up this stairwell, and now you're going to have to hippity-hoppity hop across this jumping puzzle. In fact, I can demonstrate that by teleporting our character right over here. Up and up. It's a pretty simple jumping puzzle. Oh my god, but I messed it up right there, which would mean you would have to go all the way down here into a whole nother maze, because this is a 2-level maze, and good luck finding your way through here. I think this is, yes, indeed, a dead end. Why did I even think that would work? Maybe it would loop around and hoppity hip hop hoppin'. Now, of course, the idea was you'd have a ceiling above you, because like this, of course, we can jump and sort of get an idea of where we would be going. One of the main ideas of this was that you would get completely disoriented and lost, and up there you can see a drop hole, which is one of the things that I have on the upper floor, is 1,000,001 different areas where you could drop down. And you can see, even though we were right next to that stairwell, I haven't been able to make my way back to it yet, and honestly, I don't remember how. It's very possible that we have to go back up to the top floor and then drop down somewhere else to be able to access this stairwell again. It's a big old maze that I spent a huge amount of time on that I don't have any plan to actually finish because of the aforementioned laggities. Also, when I was last working onto it, placing a block like that caused a 3-second lag. Luckily, the devs have indeed fixed that, which is fantastic. And you see, all these little chutes of metal that come down, those are all drop holes. If we were to go back to the start area here, and we'll make our way to this building right here, this is actually a trap building. Basically, again, you would have your ceilings all closed off in here, so you wouldn't be able to jump and get an idea of where you should go. It'd just be a lot of running around the darkness. The only thing that would sort of guide you is the idea that I'd put in an antenna to maybe give you one direction to go in. But if we could get to that dropping area there, running through the maze, I think it's this way, there we go, you'd come to some rooms like this, where if you walk inside of them, instantly it goes ahead and tries to trap you in here by opening a big old door on the ground and closing your exit doors. And trying to basically force you to go into a lower level, which again leads you to that wonderful large, oh god, I actually did fall there, wonderful large maze down here once again. So yeah, big, huge, hefty maze that I'd love to finish, but not gonna happen. Not gonna happen anytime soon. If Sectan goes ahead and gives us some LODs and the devs actually make LODs work, maybe. But even then, it is quite the undertaking to still have to replace all of the blocks over here that are still just original blocks, not to mention all the ones down here, which I also wish to replace. Huge undertaking from quite some time ago, and I finally decided that I'm probably never going to finish it. You can also see there were some standard stairwells leading down, meaning that if you're trapped down here, you'd have some ways where you could find your way back up, like those. I think I was, yes, even one over here, so you could find your way up again if you had fallen, or maybe down, because the final exit is, of course, from below. You also get this wonderful spiral here, which I was really looking forward to doing, where I was going to have windows so you could see into each room, but you might not figure out you're in a spiral right away until you're like, wait a minute, I've already seen 3 of these walls with windows before. That was really looking forward to that. I think one of these I even had, this isn't it. You can see this comes down like 2 floors at once. But one of these, I had a nice big forked area where I had put a lot of work in. There's a lot of very hefty things here. Let's go ahead and find that one. Where to go? I think it's over here. Obviously, it's almost like a maze in its own way to fly around. Here we go. So you can see here I had another double stairwell thing here that led up back to the surface that you might think you might have to run down to get to the final exit. I honestly don't remember anymore. It is legitimately a maze, even to I. I do not know the solution. All I know is I remember that it was solvable, so good luck. Oh boy, oh boy. Anyway, guys and gals, I just thought I'd share that. I think I'll show you a few more little pitfalls before ending this video. It's not going to go up in the Steam Workshop, I don't think. Scheisse! See, it's so dang easy to fall into... And now, of course, we're... Okay, good, we were able to get back up. Oh, wow, there's a little gravity pocket there. So you can see I still had some work to do, and the idea of slanted blocks and trapping you down here. And of course, like that, you'd be in real trouble. What else? We had that one trap room I showed here. We have, I think this is just another stairwell leading back up from down below. Yes, indeed, it is. Pretty interesting stuff, eh? And then I think over here we also had this trap room. And you can see I had antennas on some of these so I could test them more easily. Pleek. Plop our character over here. This is just another of the similar traps where you go in and all of a sudden the doors start closing on you. And if you don't get out in time, well, you're trapped in here. Some of these even had timer blocks that would basically try to trick you into thinking, well, I have nowhere else to go but jump down. But they would actually open the doors back up after a few seconds. I don't remember if this is one of them or not. Anyway, yeah, so we got that. One more trap I think we had was the idea that some of these could actually kill you. I think I was going to work with some that would actually vent you into space, but I decided against that after eons of testing, and ended up just going with the good old-fashioned, hey, let's walk into this room. Oh god, and suddenly, of course, you get cooked. This one wasn't finished, as you can see, but I think if we were to go ahead and buzz ourselves up and over to this one over here, this is a finished one. And of course, I was going to go back through a lot of this map and put doors in just random areas. That way, when you came across a door like this, you wouldn't instantly think, oh god, I'm going to die. You just think, oh, another doorway. Walk in here and be like, oh, well, at least I'm not dead yet. That's good. And then you'd be cooked. Because this one I actually put a delay on, and the idea was it would close these doors, and you'd have to run in here and wait a while, and basically after a while it would pop these open again. Unfortunately, it's not all finished, and it probably never shall be. But hey, it was an interesting thing. And also I have block damage off, so if you did somehow manage to get yourself a tool, you wouldn't actually be able to successfully grind anything down. And block damage is turned off, as I just said, I believe. So the thrusters won't damage anything either. Alrighty guys and gals, well that is that. I just thought I'd share this old project before it just sits on a hard drive for all eternity, or I end up storing it in my Google Cloud Drive or something just to posterity, locked away for all eternity. Yeah. That was that. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys and gals, and I shall talk to you all next time. Ta-ta. Wait. Wait. Was this the oxygen trap? Was this the oxygen trap? Oh no, this was the, you're trapped in here, and the only way out now is if you jump down the hole.